And welcome to the Quite Drafty Podcast. I'm Pex, and joining me this week, growing a fringe, it's Jay.
I shall not be singing today.
Slamming their bedroom door, it's Ollie.
You will not have a choice about singing today.
And you're not my real mom, it's Seth.
You're not my dad, you can't tell me what to do. Hi.
Yeah, this is
Hi, I'm
clearly,
me from when I was 13
clearly
years
the
old.
teenage angst episode. And to tell us about the draft for this week, we have Seth.
Yeah, I mean, if you hear any hissing sounds coming through the mic today, it's not a tech problem. It's just that my face has a leak like I did when I was a teenager. Our draft today is the emo anthems draft. Now, do we have a good definition of what it means to be an emo anthem? No. So, moving on. What's the order today?
I mean,
Who knows?
Obviously, emo anthems, it makes sense for it to be the very last of our teen episodes, episode number 19. Does that need to play into the number of shuffles? What do we think?
I don't even care. Just do whatever.
I guess.
God.
Life is pain. Make your own choices.
Jesus
You should do
Christ.
5 like a pentagram.
Cool. 5 it is.
That's so
Five's not too
edgy,
many.
Seth.
Yeah, there we go.
I wasn't drawing
are
Superman. I wasn't drawing super S's. I was drawing pentagrams, guy.
It's like cold like my soul.
Right, we are, of course, starting in Jop's order. That's Jay, Ollie, Pex and Sef. We are shuffling 5 times for each of the points of our pentagram. So, 1, 2, 3. The third one, Jay, Ollie, Sef, Pex, which is Josp order. 4, Sef, Pex, Jay and Ollie. And number 5, Pex, Sef, Jay, Ollie.
Nice.
The order.
Of course. We're back to what our standard is, which is Seth starts and I finish, and I end I'm at the end every goddamn
I mean,
time.
I get to start. I'm before Seth. It's
like
Peugeot.
this.
It's Peugeot order.
Pistjo.
Well,
P.S. Joe.
it sounds like I have become as bad at listening as I was when I was 12. Once more. My brain doesn't work.
Right. That does mean that I get to kick off the emo anthems draft. It is really tricky. Because the thing is, I feel like there are quite a lot of very high-end picks. And the first place on this board, I feel like, is going to cause a lot of people to hate me, which is okay because we're doing emo anthems and that's what I expect them to do. I am going to start Linkin Park in the End.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Iconic. In the
Such a
end,
good
but
one.
Linkin Park, what a banger.
To be honest, I had to pick this one in this draft because this is the one that Seth has quoted the most often to me.
Really?
About our time as a friend. Yeah, the sheer number of times you said, I've tried so hard and I've come so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
I mean, it is awfully relatable, isn't it?
So yeah, I think that is kind of the perfect encapsulation for this draft because at the end of my board, it's not even going to matter.
I can't even really remember I'm terrible at remembering which songs are from which albums, but in that time in my life I would go and just buy a CD and have it on the CD player, which always claims to be anti-skip so you could use it on a bus. It's a lie. It was always a lie. We know it was a lie. And I remember Linkin Park being one of the first albums that I bought. Went down to HMV and bought 5 albums, and I was like, this is my music collection, this is it, this is all I'm allowed.
Oh my god, literally exactly the same. It was the Meteora album, specifically.
Yeah, I think for me it was Hybrid Theory.
Oh,
So
was it?
maybe
So
a slightly
good.
different one.
I owned
think
very
my
few
brother already had
physical
Meteora that I
albums
could
when I was
steal.
younger. I had a few cassette tapes because I had a really old cassette tape player and some of those old foamy headphones to go with it, and that's where most of my music was when I was a kid.
I just For me, there was just nothing better than being like, well, I guess this is it. I can't. Oh god, I actually started playing the album in my ears. Sorry. I was like, wow, that's really loud. I just wanted to look up the track list. Yeah, in the end was on Hybrid Theory.
Yeah, it was Hybrid Theory, yeah.
I would pick albums purely based on the album cover. Like,
Some of the covers are fantastic.
You go into HMV, you are surrounded by CDs, and you go to what is ostensibly the rock section, and you look at the covers and go, that one looks cool, I bet the music is great. 100% satisfaction every time. Right. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, we've started with In the End. Sef, where are you starting the board?
Well, okay, so I think this one would have been really pertinent for you just before this draft today, Pex, because I know you might have had a little bit of a nap. The first song I'm picking is Bring Me to Life by Evanescence.
Oh, no.
Which is an iconic tune, and it is going to be the first of my picks on the theme of the human life cycle. Starting before birth with Bring Me to Life. This is going to be the start of our journey through the existence of a human as told through emo anthems.
I knew this one was going to come up. The thing is, genuinely, it was for me between In the End and Bring Me to Life for what I was going to pick for the very, very first pick. I'm gutted that one is gone because it is my favourite one to have ever been parodied, because the Waluigi version of it is my favourite thing ever. I love the stupidness of that.
To be fair, the Toad parody is pretty good as well.
Have you not heard the Waluigi version? Basically, every time the word wake comes up, instead of wake, it is wah.
Can we clip Pex's wah and put it on a soundboard, please?
Oh, that would be so good.
Can we use that for the censors for this episode, please, Pex? And on that note, fuck.
You know that's not what gets censored on this podcast.
Damn.
Curses.
Jay.
Well, actually, fun fact about Bring Me to Life, that was also the song that brought me back to doing karaoke at live venues. I stopped doing karaoke for a long time because I was on holiday in Mallorca and a guy took the time to come over and tell me not to make it my day job. And that was enough to kill my confidence for the better part of about 4 years, maybe 5. I was just like, I'm not doing it anymore. Like, if somebody said I'm that bad, then no. And I joined a society at uni where they went to the Stags for a karaoke night. For those who don't know, the Stags is Southampton Uni's American football team and student bar. And somebody was just grabbed me by the shoulder and went, I've signed us up for karaoke, we're on now. And I went to sort of go like, well, no, I don't do karaoke. And they were like, it's fine, it's Evanescence, you'll do great.
Hell yeah.
I can just imagine you hitting those high notes.
The re-entry is just coming back in at rock bottom and just kind of gruffly every now and then going, wake me up.
I take it back. That's what I want for the censor.
I have never done karaoke. I don't think I ever will. I believe that if I did, everyone would leave very quickly.
I can imagine doing like one of those booth karaoke's, you know, like where you get like your buds together.
Yeah, it's you and your mates in a room singing awfully. What's better than that?
You never know. It could be the greatest song in the world.
Even my wife describes me as not the best singer. So.
Yeah,
Jay,
okay,
your
that's
first pick.
Everybody's avoiding the elephant in the room, so I'm going to follow in the same theme. I'm not going to pick the one that we all said we were going to pick. I am going to add to this one that's going to make everybody groan. And it's a song by Imagine Dragons, and it is Wrecked.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. That is not where I thought you were going.
I've never really thought of Imagine Dragons as emo, but like I kind of see it. you know?
Oh, those who know me well know that Imagine Dragons has been my favorite band for a very long time. And this is a little bit of a subtle in-joke for some small subsection of our listeners who are all going, oh my God, of course Jay brought up Imagine Dragons. I had to work them in somehow. So I did Google, hey, has Imagine Dragons ever done any emo songs? Because they are more of a pop rock band. But actually, there's actually a whole Reddit thread on people going, well, actually, quite a few of their songs are very emo, and this is definitely the most emo of their albums. Well, songs on album.
Yeah, I would never have thought of Imagine Dragons as an emo band, but I also have to say I've never heard the song Wrecked before, so I definitely can't strike it down on that basis.
No, me either. I do like two Imagine Dragons.
Either, I'm sorry.
They are pretty
I do
cool.
enjoy.
What with the wings and the fire?
To be fair, this is an entire song about how basically it's the crushing sadness of having lost someone. And the lyrics are literally, because I'm a wreck without you here, and I'm a wreck since you've been gone.
Since you've been gone! Is that how it goes?
Same thoughts. Exactly the same thoughts.
Where's that mashup? Oh god, this episode is just going to be me just
your inner emo.
I mean, I definitely wasn't expecting that. I can't believe there is a first round pick that wasn't on my board, but there we go. Ollie, what is your first round pick?
I don't understand how it's not already gone, but it's got to be "Welcome to the Black Parade" by My Chemical Romance.
There it is. Play the 1G note.
Yeah, it's the one song that every single person who ever considered themselves emo or within any kind of alternate, space, that's the song.
When I was a young boy.
Exactly, and then everyone in the vicinity will be able to carry that on. It's bonding. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's like, you know how drunk people always sing. Oh god, name's just
Mr. Brightside.
Mr. Brightside by the Killers. Yeah. I feel like it's the same effect with like emo people with an emo past. If you start singing "Welcome to the Black Parade,"
unsurprisingly, that was on my list. I wouldn't have actually had it down as a first round pick though.
Really?
No.
Really?
Yeah. No, I mean, I feel like My Chemical Romance is like the figurehead kind of emo music.
Whilst yes, I agree. I had that in my third round of picks.
Interesting.
I thought it was going to be coming after the 8th one.
You know, the elder emos are going to be in your DMs now, Pex, and
I know.
It's just you are wrong, sir.
I mean, there's the thing though. I'm just here to get hate because I hate myself.
I hate myself.
I just crave the attention of hate. I
just
feel
felt
like
my emo fringe grow.
The real like hardcore gatekeeping emos are gonna be like, none of this is even emo music, guys.
So okay, so
I listened to My Chemical Romance before they were cool, and they're not emo.
So my favorite My Chemical Romance album was Danger Days, which in my brain, all My Chemical Romance is emo, but Danger Days it's quite like upbeat. It's quite fun. So I was looking into it because I was like, I wonder. Anyway, there are so many discussions on so many different message boards being there, just like, MCR became not emo anymore. Like their first 2 albums are emo, and then the rest of them aren't emo, and they're not emo. There was like pop punk, and I'm like, how did I miss this whole argument?
Discourse.
This whole discourse when I was the age when this stuff was coming out and like I was listening to it, because I didn't care. I had my 1 CD and I went, yippee, I like having my 1 CD, and didn't realise that people had such strong opinions about this.
I do think when it comes to that kind of thing, because when we were younger, there wasn't quite so much of the online stuff. It was basically just whichever albums you picked up were the ones that you knew really well, and then the ones that your friends had, you got a few from those. So like I didn't actually listen to My Chemical Romance song for a surprising amount of time when I was a kid, because the first friend I had to have one I met when I was like 15.
Dang.
Yeah.
So I'd not heard of My Chemical Romance prior to that.
And let's not forget the number one way that people used to share music, which was sending people ringtones with Bluetooth on the bus.
Oh, yes.
It was either songs or South Park voice clips, as far as I understand it.
Or that one quote-unquote ringtone that was meant to be a pitch too high for old people to hear.
Mm-hmm.
So people would set their phone to it in class, and the whole class would be like, fuck off, don't do that.
Don't
Not
give the
fun.
youths any new ideas. Don't bring it back.
Give
Yes.
the youth- It didn't work.
We're going to have to
'Cause it
censor
was-
that with Jay's noise.
Bring back the wahs.
Bring back the wahs and the...
But just pitch it up really high so only our young listeners can hear it.
That's so evil.
Right. Ollie, you, because we snake draft here, get to do the first pick of the second round as well.
Oh, fabulous, thank you. My next pick is going to be Misery Business by Paramore.
Fuck!
Iconic.
Yeah.
God, Paramore's so good.
Excellent choice.
I just feel like I'm going to say
Paramore's so
iconic
good.
to every single song here. I'm like,
I
yeah,
know.
that one was iconic.
I remember I'd never heard any Paramore before, but I loved the cover. Again, I went into the HMV and I saw the cover and it was really cool. And I was like, I'm going to try listening to that. And then I was like, this shit is incredible. I'm the best at picking music ever. Best to ever have done it.
The process was clearly working for you. I remember I started listening to Paramore because one of my friends in secondary school was like really obsessed with Hayley Williams. Like he had like a massive poster of her above his bed, you know, like he would
Understandable.
constantly be like, let me tell you this fact about Hayley Williams. And I'm like, if this was not a really famous artist, this would be incredibly creepy. And then I thought, I still think it's quite creepy.
Hey, now,
All-star.
teenagers are pretty classic for, I mean, particularly like teenage girls. They'll have pictures of people in their rooms plastered on every surface.
Oh, they don't even have to be teenagers. I work with someone who has a life-size cutout of Ryan Reynolds, so...
Hell yeah, I love it.
I feel like at the time it was all the Twilight posters.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember my sister having
Mr.
a big...
13 pack. Why 13? I don't know. It's got an
my
extra
sister
couple
had...
there.
What was it? Was it David Tennant as Doctor Who? I think it was David Tennant as Doctor Who. A good time.
Can't really blame them.
Yeah, no,
right?
there's no blame here.
I understand. Carry on.
Jay, what is your second pick?
I'm going to have to come in with another My Chem. I am going to pick, if I can remember the title, I was saying it literally in the pre-show. I'm Not Okay, because I'm not okay with any of this, really.
Okay, and so what are you picking for the second round pick?
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's a My Chem song.
Oh, yeah. I believe it or not, I've never heard of that one.
Actually, my reason for picking I'm Not Okay has nothing to do with the song I'm Not Okay or even My Chemical Romance. There is an amazing series of YouTube shorts called Felt Emo Might Delete, which, if you haven't seen it,
That sounds
after
that's a
we're
great
done,
title.
That
go
is a great
watch
title.
it. And it's about this guy who his superpower is whenever an emo song comes on, he basically has like a anime magical girl transformation into his emo persona, and suddenly he gets all these emo powers that come along with it as well. And speaking of Twilight, actually, there was an episode of Felt Emo Might Delete where he ends up fighting one of the actual actors from Twilight, and they have like a vampire bust up, but it's vampire versus emo.
You are going to have to drop the links for
Please.
this.
You
There
have
are
to.
some amazing videos, but one in particular is Felt Emo Might Delete feat My Chemical Romance, where they actually had the band show up for the episode, I'm pretty sure. And it starts with him and his girlfriend in the car, and they're having a conversation, and she's like, "You've seemed really down recently, like, what's going on?" And he launches into I'm Not Okay, has the magical girl transformation, and the way that this is filmed is he's literally stood with one foot on the dashboard on this like soft top car, and nobody's holding the steering wheel. No one's driving, and he's having like a full like emo, singing his heart out to like the streets of Los Angeles or whatever. And his girlfriend's freaking out in the passenger seat, going, "Somebody grab the steering wheel! Like somebody stop!" And I think the car ultimately does crash, and he gets flung over the bonnet. And she's like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And he just gets up and keeps singing, and then launches into another My Chem song. And it's a fantastic series, and I will be dropping links.
I mean, that sounds phenomenal.
Wow.
It's probably after the Black Parade the song that comes to mind most when I think emo music. I guess it's maybe not surprising just how many My Chemical Romance songs will show up on these lists.
Yeah, I'm expecting there to be a few. Speaking of, Sef, where are we going next?
Well, you'll be glad to know that my second song is not My Chemical Romance, much as I would love to. I've got to keep on my theme of the life of an emo kid from before birth through till... Well, we'll get there. So we've had Bring Me to Life. The child has been birthed. I did have a different song for that particular occasion, but we're not going to have space. So I'm going to go with I'm Just a Kid by Simple Plan, because I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. I feel like that's the vibe of being a small kid. What you've put I'm just a kid. Yeah.
Whoops. Typo.
Thank you. I'm just a kid. I remember there being video edits of this where people would change it so that it would just be like a goat doing like a bleating sound, like a kid, right? which is great, but it is just such a catchy song. I don't know how emo really you could say it is. It's kind of like that it's definitely got that teen angst, but pre-teen angst, because they are just a kid. Just a little kid.
Really good. Was that like a movie or something that had that quite prominently in it, or am I going insane?
Oh, probably. I don't really watch movies. Let's ask somebody who watches a lot of movies. Pex, do you know if it's from a movie?
Oh, yeah. I've seen it like 40 times. It's one of my favourites. What was the film called again?
I don't know. That's the issue. That's the issue I'm having
TV
here.
Static doesn't count.
I've never watched TV Static.
Really?
I mean, I probably have seen TV Static, but I've not just like sat there and watched Static go on a TV for very long. It's probably been on while I've been loading up a games console or something.
We could launch into a whole other conversation there. Anyone else here do that thing when, like, we're talking early 2000s, big box TVs, you press the power button on and it just, like, crackles and you stick your head to it and all the static and everything?
Oh, yeah. It was always about, like, getting your fingers real close to the screen so you could, like, feel it coming off of the CRT. It probably wasn't great for my eyes to be sat that closely to those. I do have quite a strong prescription these days. I don't know how linked those are.
I do like the fact that the two people relating in this conversation are the two people here currently wearing glasses.
Yeah, that's true.
In their defense, I do wear the glasses. I'm just not wearing them right now because I don't need to see to talk. But I did find out that it was cheaper by the dozen. I thought it was cheaper by the dozen, but I didn't want to say it. But yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
That's Pex's favourite film, clearly.
Yeah, I've seen it so many times.
And now let's hear his second favourite emo anthem. What's your second pick there, Pex?
Well, I mean, I've lost quite a few big hits on my pick list so far. I am going to bring on yet another My Chemical Romance song. I'm going to go with Teenagers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I fucking
you
love
knew
Teenagers.
I was going to be coming for that one.
I did know you were going to be coming up with that
Steph.
one, but I also think it's just a banger of an emo anthem. I mean, Teenagers do scare the shit out of me, which is concerning for the number of times I wind up seeing them.
Do you want to clarify that? That's like a...
Clarify that first.
Like,
I go out in public, believe it or not.
they do tend
just
to
walking down
rove
the high
around
street.
in gangs.
Yeah. It's almost as if they like hang out together and exist in public spaces sometimes.
How dare they?
I
They
know.
don't
It's
do
How
really-
it
dare
like
they
they
exist
used
in
to, though.
public?
I haven't seen
Now
a
they just
scene
do it
kid
with
in
knives.
years.
IQ.
Where did all the scene kids go, though? I miss them. I don't see them
Yes.
anymore.
I still see the occasional scene kid out and about.
Yeah,
I
but it's
think-
usually like one or two going to a place. They don't just kind of hang in the middle of town anymore. They don't just kind of hover in little pools of emo, edgy, and scene kidness. I miss
Yeah,
it.
you haven't seen one of those like goth raves in a while, you know?
I actually have, but that's
What?
because I
What?
voluntarily
Sorry.
went.
Oh, okay.
No, and like I can't remember exactly what it was, but one of my friends was like, "I'm going to a goth night out. Do you want to come?" And I went, "Yeah, sure thing." But that was like a night out at a nightclub. That was a purposeful congregation of goths.
It wasn't just a bunch of like emo and goth teens raving under a bridge.
No, I don't tend to frequent underneath bridges anymore, so that might be why.
That's probably good that you're not
I think
frequenting
that's for the
under
best.
bridges with teenagers. Thank you for that clarification.
Yes.
Much rather avoid.
Okay. I suppose I'd better launch into my third round pick as well, because we snake draft here.
Indeed.
A band I kind of can't believe hasn't come up yet. But the next one I'm going to pick is going to be To Be Loved by Papa Roach.
Yeah,
Roach.
nice.
Oh man.
That one isn't on my list, but I do have some Papa Roach here. Waiting.
I do
in the
have some
wings.
other Papa Roach on my list, but I have a particular fondness for this particular song. Music video for it, I also think is just, it's great. It's a freaking great video. Yeah, it's a banging tune that I had probably on repeat for far too many of my teenage years.
Well, I mean, it's too early in the draft for you to pick your last resort, isn't it? So it kind of makes sense that you'd go for a different Papa Roach song.
Yeah, thank you for revealing one of the others on my list.
Was that going to be your 6th round pick, perchance?
I'm somewhat
Everyone's
doubting
6th
I'm
round
gonna be
pick
able to-
was going to be your last resort.
Yeah, considering I'm the last pick of the 6th round, I'm definitely not expecting that one to still be there by then.
I could never tell whether people liked Papa Roach, like, genuinely, or whether people thought Papa Roach was funny. Do you know what I mean? Like, I quite liked it, but then I was a bit like, oh no, am I lame for liking Papa Roach? Are people just doing it ironically?
I believe that Papa Roach are quantum cool.
It's only when you observe them
Yes.
that you could know.
But when you're personally observing them, you're like, yeah, this is cool. And then when you're not observing them but around other people, you're like, is it?
Am I willing to admit it is? Because they might think I'm not cool for thinking that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, if that isn't the experience of being an emo scene kid, I don't know what is.
if that, yeah, that's the experience of just being a teenager. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess we've moved through the life of this emo child. They've been brought into existence. They're just a kid. And now they've grown up a few years, and they would have been teenagers, or at least the singular teenager. Thankfully, I had a backup pick for this. I'm going with Teenage Dirtbag by Wheatus.
Yeah.
I can
Which-
almost smell that song coming.
You can
It's in the air.
you can smell it from a mile off. Oh, I don't know. It's a classic. Whenever it comes on, you're like, right, everyone, it's time for like car karaoke style vibe here. You got to go all in. And the bit where you do the high pitch voice, phenomenal.
Incredible.
How does that bit go, Seth? Just
I'm not sure I want to be used as a censor sound, so you can't know about my tickets to Iron Maiden, okay?
How many do you have? May perchance.
And what day do I need to go with you? Maybe.
And what do you?
Well,
what,
you see,
I
I've
don't
got
really
2
don't want you
tickets to
say
Iron
something.
Maiden, baby. Come with me Friday. Don't say maybe. I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. Like you.
It's much better when read as poetry.
It's like you have to do it in the poetry reading voice.
Right. Jay,
It's beautiful.
You don't know what you're
third
missing.
round pick.
I have a complaint before I reveal my pick. There are a couple of things that I associate with, I don't know, the time in my life when everybody was going through a bit of an emo phase. And I Googled a few bands to kind of check whether they were emo and whether they'd be fine for the draft. And do you know what happens when you Google, is Black Veil Brides emo?
Oh, God.
The answer is no.
Yeah, they are.
Apparently-
Come on.
No. You Google it, and Google says no, but they were associated with that time because of their early look.
Okay, I'm glad you've said this, Jay, because I get to bring up a point I've had, which is when I initially started researching this, I went to Spotify, I typed in emo anthems, and their recommended playlist contains such classic, definitely emo anthems as Stacey's Mum, All Star by Smash Mouth,
Okay, right.
American Idiot by Green Day.
Good lord.
I feel
That's
like
one I can see.
emo, you can kind of because it grew so much out of like that. I'm gonna age myself here, like towny skater, not really punk, but trying to be punk, alternative scene with a bit of the pop punk music kind of being that. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of that music kind of blends together into the history in my brain. And like if it was around that time and it was sad or angsty, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty emo.
Yeah.
I don't think Stacey's Mum was that angsty.
Stacey's Mum is full of angst. I don't know what you're talking about.
It did feel like, though, everybody who was a
Stacey's
self-proclaimed
mum.
emo was also either secretly or not so secretly a Black Veil Brides fan, and I would have liked to have picked them, but instead my third round pick is going to go to The Middle by Jimmy Eat World.
Nice.
Oh no!
A famously
What am I going to do for my
emo
midlife
band,
crisis
an emo
now?
This was while I was looking up emo anthems. Every single list had this song on it, which amazes me because I don't really think of this as an emo anthem. But this is one of my favorite songs, and it's also the first song I ever saw played live at a gig. I got given tickets to go see Jimmy Eat World, and I stood there with my not quite Nokia flip phone and recorded the entirety of the gig waiting for this song to come out because I hadn't discovered and learned what an encore was at this point in my life. So I missed the entire gig waiting for The Middle, for the band to leave and for me to go, well, this was a waste of time, and for them to come back and me go, shit, I haven't got my phone out anymore.
Oh no.
I've never made that mistake again, dear listeners.
baby Jay.
I now go to gigs and I am present. I leave my phone in my pocket, and I know what an encore is now, and I know what to expect on an encore as well.
A learning experience all round.
Yeah,
Come out better for it.
but yeah. So The Middle.
Fabulous. Oh dear.
I'm gonna have to rethink my draft just a little bit, or have at least some sort of
Excellent.
montage sequence at least that gets through quite a bit of time.
Maybe you should have gone for some of those middling ones you were thinking of earlier.
I just want to. Sorry, I know we don't normally like circle back on things here, but the idea that Black Veil Brides isn't emo is insane. Like,
Yeah, I would
watch
have
the
those
video
emo.
for Knives and Pens and tell me that that's not emo.
It's
Can we
also quite.
say
It's
that
finding
Google's
which.
wrong?
Yeah,
I don't care if
mean,
people
it was
contest
the
it, like
Google
it's
AI,
rock
definitely,
music,
yeah.
okay? It's like
Yeah.
it's like slightly metal music.
Yeah, we
But,
are
like,
not an AI podcast. None of
look
the
at them.
things that we say have ever been written by AI, and do not go back to the Christmas movie episode.
Well, hear this out. It says Black Veil Brides is not strictly considered an emo band, but rather a glam metal, hard rock, or gothic metal band. There are categories here I've never heard of
So
before. The
by
heck is glam
definition,
metal?
Glam metal's great.
what do you mean? What's glam metal? Glam
I've never
metal's
heard
the
of glam
fucking
metal
best.
before.
Oh no. Okay, I
We
will
need
have
to look up some. Yeah, I'm sure we can
I have to send you
things.
some good recs. The thing with emo music is I did research for this episode because I was like, I can't just use my memories. I need to find out what these songs are actually called. But like emo music is very, very vague, and like there is no like this is an emo band. Literally no band out there is like this is an emo band. It's all this is like this is punk rock, this is new metal, this is glam rock. This is glam metal.
It's a lot of things become emo anthems just by being like taken
virtue of the
from
emo
a band,
scene being like, we like this song. This is ours. It's depressing. Let's go.
A cultural movement rather than a genre, perhaps.
Yeah. There are also things that just like fit the emo anthem vibe, which I think absolutely passes emo anthems as well, which I imagine Wrecked by Imagine Dragons would be the sort of thing that fits that as well, which is why it was let through in the third slot.
I was going to say, I don't think any of mine so far are really like proper like default emo genre.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Bring Me to Life.
Except for Bring Me to Life, I guess. I guess.
Right. Ollie, your third round pick.
Okay, my third round pick is, again, I'm shocked we haven't had this band on the scene yet, but I Write Sin's Not Tragedy, but Tragedies by Panic at the Disco.
Definitely like my favourite artist of the time, hands down. I listened to their first album on repeat. Got the second album not long after, was very confused by the second album, but ended up loving it. And, you know, I think that was the only album I ever pre-ordered, was like the third album that came out.
Shocking.
I'm going to make an embarrassing admission.
Ooh.
I didn't react to that pick because I went, oh yeah, that song, I've not heard of that song. Then check my list, it's on my list.
Thanks. Oh no.
I just completely forgotten that was one of the ones. I was like, oh yeah, no wait.
So I chimed in with a haven't you Pex ever heard of I Write Sins Not Tragedies. It's on your list.
Oh wow.
Beautiful. Fantastic. I didn't actually discover Panic at the Disco until I was I think well past the age of 15, 16-ish, because again, I just didn't pick it up. I didn't pick up that particular CD, and my friend who I shared a lot of music with was into metal more than emo stuff, so a lot of my repertoire is more to the kind of metal and rock direction. So I didn't hear any for ages.
They really did something that we haven't really like tapped into much yet in our song titles, which is that they really liked a long song title, which I feel was pretty common in the emo scene. Like, there's a good reason these tables are numbered, honey. You just haven't thought of it yet. Do you know when you'd be like saying to your friends, "Oh, have you listened to this song? It's called," and then have to like go into a dramatic monologue? Like, it was a time. It
was a beautiful, beautiful time.
Ollie, you get to go back to back. Fourth round.
Go. My next is going to be, I have a small story around this one because I have a lot of emotions about it. It's Monster by Skillet.
Oh, by Skillet!
By Skillet.
My God. So, I thought you were going to go with Matchbook Romance for a second there.
No, unfortunately not. So I found out about 5 years after adoring everything about this band's album that I had. I loved it. It was great. And they kept talking about this like hymn, I thought it was they were talking about a real quote, but like I thought they were talking about like their boyfriend or something. I don't know. No, it's a Christian metal band, and I did not know that for a long time. So every time it talked about him with a capital H, it meant God. And I think I had so surprised.
I think I had that same experience, but I think it was like Reliant K as well. I think
Reliant K is also
maybe I'm
Christian.
misremembering that, but I'm pretty sure it was one of those. But I think it was Reliant K.
I mean, I'm really not covering myself in glory here with some of the admissions I'm making for these ones, but I didn't even realise that Revelation Theory were a freaking Christian rock band, and given the name.
Incredible.
Was it a bit of a revelation, Pex?
Oh, it really freaking was.
Wow.
Fucking fascinating. What? Okay, sorry. I went down a rabbit hole accidentally. So I was looking up, is Reliant K Christian? It is. Kind of. It's got lots of like themes of religious and stuff in there. And then I recognized one of the members on the piano, Matt Thiessen, and I'm like, why do I recognize that name? Apparently, he is also Owl City.
No.
Or I might be wrong. He is,
no. Wait, you're telling me that
Oh, no,
Owl City
sorry.
was in
One
Reliant
second.
K?
Adam's.
That's crazy.
It's Adam Young as Owl City. So
Adam
sorry,
Young.
That can't.
Sorry,
be the same.
no, Matt Tierson. Yeah, so it was him. So the other guy was Owl City, and then Matt Tierson released one of my current albums that I adore, Wind Up Bird. So I was looking at like, what the hell? Why do I know this? Yeah, Matt Tierson and the Earthquakes did a 2018 album called Wind Up Bird, which I fucking love, which has nothing to do with rock or emo. It's just really good. It's like folky. It's wonderful. But yeah, and it was produced and collaborated on, he produced and collaborated on Owl City's album Ocean Eyes, which is presumably because he knew Owl City Man from being in Reliant K with him, which is
From Owl
wild.
City Man.
This is a weird overlap. I had no idea.
Yeah, that's wild.
Damn.
Right, 4th round pick for Jay.
I'm gonna go with "Dirty Little Secret" by the All American Rejects.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
Songs I belted out as a kid before my karaoke career was interrupted.
Like before you knew what the lyrics meant. Or like... we all had a couple of those ones that we'd sing along to, and then, maybe your parents would give you a funny look. But I don't know about this music for you. I just...
And then you actually think about what you're singing and go,
You go, oh no, that was Satan worship.
oh, that's another ones I was concerned about. Loved me a bit of Satan worship. No,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
surprised.
Good
surprised
choice.
by
Solid choice.
I'm very surprised by how many of the things that are on my list are still present. Like I thought so many more of these would have gone by now.
There's such a wide world out there.
Yeah, surprisingly.
I do want to say it's not emo, but if we're talking about pairings of songs, like you pair food with wine, the pairing for me for Dirty Little Secret was following it up swiftly with Murder on the Dance Floor. Definitely not emo, but what a time.
I like to
Hell
imagine that you don't mean the song Murder on the Dance Floor. You just listen to this song and then go and commit murder on the dance floor.
I mean, have you seen that video clip going around at the moment where it's that actor who's just kind of like dancing on the dance floor and like his head's swinging around, and I'm being really vague, but do you know the one I mean?
Is that you? Is
Not
that
even a single fucking clue, man. Gotta
I
give
have
us more
no
game.
clue.
Gonna find it and drop it in the chat because it's been circulating as a meme at the moment.
Oh, is it John Hamm?
It is John Hamm.
I think that was from the second season of Good Omens ? Where it's like the blue. It's the bylighting, and he's
that's
like,
the one.
it's the vibing meme, just like in your element vibing. I know the one you're talking about.
And that's
Right.
it.
I'm gonna
I'm
need a
listening to
reference there.
Dirty Little Secret, and I'm vibing. I'm dropping it into chat as we speak.
Oh, sorry, it's not from the Good Omens. It's from Your Friends and Neighbours, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Eyes closed,
got there.
vibing. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see it a lot at the moment where it'll be like somebody's taken AI with a cat, and the cat's just had like some lasagna or something, throwback to Garfield from last week, and it'll just be like looking all
Garfield?
satisfied, and it'll go into that as a meme clip.
Right, Seth. 4th
Okay,
round pick.
so our little teenage dirtbag has grown up. He's gone away to university. He's had a rough time there. Maybe he dropped out. He's a little bit older. And no one likes him because no one likes you when you're 23. The song is going to be What's My Age Again by Blink-182.
Nice. I was wondering when we were going to get some Blink-182.
I do feel like my picks are slightly dating me as older than I
I
am.
think all of our picks are dating us.
There's a double entendre there with dating, and I don't know where it is.
I was looking for that desperately as well, and I just couldn't.
I was like,
find one of them.
Pex, I hope you're not dating teenagers.
God's sakes.
I mean, Ollie's dating Monster, so
Hey now. There's
Jay's got a
many
dirty little
motherfuckers
secret.
out there.
I'm out of this.
Actually, I've just realised my board is starting to shape up just like my day. I wake up wrecked, then I'm not okay. We get to the middle, and maybe I've got a dirty little secret going into the evening,
Ooh, Jay.
oh,
which really makes me wonder how my next two picks are going to go down.
I mean, if it's
Might
mine, the
reshuffle
next
them
two
to
picks
fit
would
the
be in bed by 9, still awake at 1.
Oh God.
I am actually going to reshuffle my board for this because I can make it work.
Incredible.
Right. Whilst Jay is doing some reshuffling, I suppose I should round off the 4th round with my next Pex pick. Oh, there is an awful lot on here that I could go for.
And you were worried about not having a full list.
I know. I really thought that so many of these were going to be gone, but there's even some My Chemical Romance left that I was considering. But I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to introduce another new band to the board. So the next song I'm going to pick is Metalingus by Alter Bridge.
I do not actually know that one.
I probably will know it if I listen to it.
Is this robot? Is this may have something to do with the robots and?
Nope, this has nothing to do with robots. It is something else that I may have brought up previously on the draft, but also as a teenager, I was embarrassingly into wrestling. And this was the theme of, to be honest, the wrestler who I think is the coolest, and was probably one of the biggest dicks around in wrestling.
I don't know how you know that about him.
This is oh, you could tell with the trunks.
Nothing to the imagination there.
But this was the theme music of the Rated R superstar Edge, who also is the person responsible for, you may have seen various different memes in the past about the Money in the Bank briefcase, with like, I think there was one during a US election with Bernie Sanders cashing in a briefcase to become president of the United States or something like that. But he was the first person ever to cash in a Money in the Bank briefcase to beat John Cena for the title.
I'm listening to it now, and I'm not gonna lie, it slaps.
Yeah,
This is a great tune.
It's an absolute banger.
Is it emo though? That's the question.
Oh, absolutely.
It's definitely on the rockier side, but it wouldn't be out of place on an emo playlist.
Little 13-year-old you is crying with joy.
All the pitch harmonics.
Is wrestling emo?
I think, to be honest, it's counterculture enough that it would count, particularly at that point in time when a significant number of the bands we have already mentioned were significantly involved in the wrestling space. So Papa Roach, Linkin Park, Paramore, and Skillet all did songs that introduced wrestling shows at one point or another.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
I feel
was in fact one of them.
Wrestling is sports for emo theatre kids.
Yeah,
You're not wrong.
Particularly the really like elaborate one of just, where it's you're throwing each other around, you've got like the floor that when you hit it bangs real loud. It's all about the drama and the panache.
Oh yeah, it's a soap opera on steroids.
That was a good point. God, I need to get more into wrestling.
Literally in some cases, I'm sure.
To be honest, you don't need to get into it
Get me one
anymore.
of those spandex suits. Let's fucking go.
Quotable moments by Ollie?
I think I would
that's the
actually
new
have
thing
a lot
we're going
of
to
fun.
censor with. Right. So we're snake drafting here, which means I get to do the first pick of the 5th round, and I am genuinely so torn between quite a few options. I cannot believe some of the ones that are still here. I'm going to introduce another new band.
Shocking.
And the new band I'm going to go for this time are 3 Days Grace.
Oh, good choice. Good
With
choice.
Animal I Have Become.
That's another one I don't recognise the name of. I might recognise the music for it, but it doesn't ring a bell. Would you mayhaps refresh my memory, my dearest pets?
I will see if I can find a link.
That's not what I'm asking.
You're
That's
singing?
not what I'm asking. You'll
God, no.
sing
Like
mayhaps.
I did say at the start of the podcast, court order mandates I mustn't.
Sorry, there was some laughter there. Did you say court order mandates you must? Because I completely agree, wholeheartedly.
I will find the track for you just in case you would like to.
I will
I'm
have to
just
listen to
vibing
this
to it
later.
now.
I'm not.
For all of our listeners, you don't have this option. You must make it to the end of the episode. Then you can listen to our playlist.
Yeah, we
You
are going to
can't
have a playlist with
pause
all of these
at
tracks
all.
on.
You have to listen to us the whole way through.
Yeah. No pausing
you
and coming
can't-
back. That's cheating.
No.
Yep.
You could never do that.
You know what? I
That's-
feel for all of our listeners who will listen to us while driving and they know they don't have the choice to stop us because they've already committed to having this running while they're driving and they can't shift now. This is it. They're locked in.
We've got you hostage.
You know, like sometimes if you're like out walking and it rains and then you try and use your phone and it's just covered in water and you can't unlock it. Now imagine they're
worst.
listening to this. You're stuck with us.
Yeah, you're not allowed to
I'm
leave.
stuck with me all day, every day. How does it feel?
Yeah. I'm stuck with Sef too all day, every day.
Most of the day.
Yeah, mostly.
You get some brief respite.
And then I'm stuck with myself, which is worse.
Oh, we're so emo today.
I know. This is our emo phase. I mean, to be fair, our podcast is currently a teenager, so...
It is. Just about. Growing older so
now.
quickly. I'm so proud of her.
I'm worried about what we're going to have to do for like episodes in our 80s and 90s. Get how many is too many, and then
I'm going to be
Save
worried
for
about
the
what it
retirement
comes to when it's
home.
episode 200.
When
yeah.
we get to the 80s and 90s, it'll just be the theme for Up.
Right, Sef,
Okay, you're like, please move us on. Got it.
please.
So far, we're at the 5th pick, and my little emo teen kid's life. He's currently 23, right? Unfortunately, he can't have a midlife crisis because the middle was already taken. So we're gonna have to zoom ahead a bit to "Boiled Frogs" by Alexis on Fire, which I picked, one because I really like this song, and two because it's about an old man who's stuck at his job. He's about to retire, but he's just got to keep going to get to retirement. And he's wondering, like, is this being a good life? You know, is this what he wants? He's wishing too late. Every year the workload gets heavier. It's like the older person's emo anthem, emo angst.
So I've only read that name previously, and I always read the name of this band as Alex is on Fire, rather than Alexis on Fire.
It is Alexis on Fire. I also made that same mistake when I was younger, and I said it to my brother, and he laughed.
The classic.
I believe it was that they named themselves after a stripper or something like that.
Who was on fire?
Well, presumably they weren't on fire.
I should hope not.
At least that was the, stories that were told
Maybe-
around the
Maybe
friend
on
group.
fire in the like, you're on fire, hell yeah, you go, rather than literally.
I do like the fact
Apparently,
that
they're named
that's my...
after Alexis Fire, a self-proclaimed world's only lactating contortionist adult film entertainer. According to the AI overview, and I sure hope that is
Incredible.
accurate.
I mean, if you've got a skill and you're like, I'm the only one, baby, then yeah, go for it, I guess. That's hilarious.
Apparently, it caused problems because turns out they were using her website name as their band name, and they were threatened with legal actions. So,
Ooh.
That's
learning
hilarious.
the deep law now. I really like Alexis on Fire. They're just so we're clear, Alexis on Fire, the band. I've been to see them live. Again, Alexis on Fire, the band. I think they're great. There's a couple acoustic versions of this song as well that are excellent. Really recommend it. Really, I picked this one because I liked the song and I found a way to make it work.
Understandable. Again, I've never heard of this before. So, adding to my
Right.
list of things to listen to, hell yeah.
We're gonna have a
Jay,
crazy playlist.
5th round
Oh,
pick.
hell yeah.
So I've woken up wrecked. I'm not okay. We made it through the middle. And now I'm going into the afternoon with a dirty little secret. And as everybody knows, having a secret very rarely goes well, to be honest. So we've hit that part of the day where I'm sat there and I'm thinking, why did this happen to me? By Simple Plan.
Nice.
Also, the song that we always used to play. So I'd be playing online games with my friends, whether that's Counter-Strike, Dota 2, League of Legends, you name it. We tried them all. And when the match started to go wrong, somebody would just hop onto the group chat and start playing the chorus of this song. That was when we knew that it was not going our way.
Oh dear, that's really fucking funny.
That is very good.
Many mistakes. Ooh,
Ollie.
is it my last 2 picks?
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I'm gonna go with "Numb" by Linkin Park.
Oh, great choice.
On the Meteora album that I had. I listened to this song so many
was on
goddamn
my
times.
list.
Yeah, I definitely
That
picked up
whole
the album a
album
little
is so
later.
good.
It is
But-
phenomenal.
Again, looking it up actually like online, being there like, is this album emo? Everyone is like, it's not, it's new metal.
It is. Come on.
But I'm like, I was a little depressed, like little sad kid, little sad teenager when I was listening to this, and it made me feel seen. So it's emo to me. Fuck you.
Yeah. Therefore, it is emo scene. Got it.
Exactly.
I think it was definitely a part of the culture. Like everyone who was in our friend group, who lived that lifestyle. It's not a phase, Mom. Really likes Linkin Park and like Numb as well for sure.
Absolutely sick. And then I've only got one thing left on my list. It is my Last Resort by Papa Roach.
Hey, yeah, had to do it.
Had to do it. That I did. Last Resort was meant to be higher up on the list, but then I was like, somebody mentioned it, and I can't resist. Let's pray it doesn't take taking before then.
I knew this was going to happen. It was 100% on my board, and I was going to pick it last, but I knew someone else's last pick was going to be this first.
Yes. Okay, I'm actually really glad I came in last. Allow me to steal. Thank you very much.
Jay, after that thievery, what have you got?
Well, after you contemplate, why did this happen to me? That's usually in that split-second freeze frame of time before everything starts going down. Sugar, we're going down by Fall Out Boy.
I was so surprised that we hadn't had Fall Out Boy to this point. Like they were around a lot in the emo scene, mostly in scene
going to
more
bring
than
them
emo.
up, but they have to be on the board, so that's why I've shuffled them in, because I wasn't sure if they'd make it on the pick otherwise. So
I mean, they weren't on my list at all. I'd forgotten about them.
I feel like Fall Out Boy was for the emo scene kids who like to wear colour.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like if you kind of wore the emo outfit, you had the sweepy hair, but you maybe wore like a bright blue t-shirt. That's how you knew they might like Fall Out Boy.
I feel like it was emos with like more punk leanings. From like, this ain't a scene, it's an arms race. That's a very punk song. It's not like, being sad about things. It's going, actually, fuck this shit. I'm gonna go and kick some shit.
They might have worn a flannel,
Yeah.
they definitely come up in the same space, though. I went to a tribute band night about a month or two ago, which was the Black Charade instead of My Chemical Romance and Fell Out Boy instead of Fall Out Boy. And the Black Charade was phenomenal. They did the entire era of My Chemical Romance, including costumes from end to end. And then when Fell Out Boy came on, there's one word that I can use to describe the performance, and the word is sweat. The lead singer stood up on a box, and
Wow.
they put 10,000% into their performance, and you could tell from how many drops of perspiration made it to the floor by the end of their set.
Did it not
Standing
become
in
a
a
slip
puddle.
hazard?
You know what?
Did they have to put a wet floor sign down on the stage?
It wouldn't have surprised me. The front row was in the splash zone, and I was glad to be put right in the
Don't call it a splash zone.
But they also did the DJ thing of they brought up a lot of Fall Out Boy's best hits, but every time it had hit like the best bit of the song, they'd stop singing and hold the mic out to the crowd. And after like the third song of them doing this, I was sort of like, my guy, I want to hear you hit the high note. I can't do it. We know this.
That's why I'm here, please.
If I wanted to hear that, I'd go to your karaoke nights.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's really funny. God, the fucking splash zone. Can't be doing with it.
Seth, final pick for you.
How could I pick anything other than Dead by My Chemical Romance for the end of our journey?
Yeah.
I had a few other ones that might have gotten us close to the end of life, but nothing will be Dead with a good old exclamation mark in the title. That's how you know it's going to be a banger. Starts off with a ripping guitar solo. It's great. I love that album. We've got a lot of My Chemical Romance on this board, and I don't feel bad about it at all.
Not even slightly.
Well, I think quite pleasingly, everyone has one My Chemical Romance song on their board.
Oh,
they've earned the crown. They are the king of emo.
Maybe that's a drafty award we should have given.
King of emo. There's only one choice here. Come on.
Shall we send them an honourable mentions award? And
Yeah. We're just going to have to do another awards episode in the future. Or maybe the 100th episode.
Right. That leaves it to me to do the very final pick of the emo anthems draft. I have quite a lot of things I could go for here. I have got a few more bands that haven't come up yet. One I feel actually is probably a bit too much on the rock metal side, because I was going to put some Killswitch Engage in there.
Yeah, me too.
I had This Fire from Killswitch Engage as a potential to go for. I did have some Egypt Central with Taking You Down as a potential one to go for. I had Seether with Fake It, which is potentially a good one for it. And I do have another My Chemical Romance song, but I feel like with all of us having one My Chemical Romance, it feels more appropriate, so I'm going to leave that one out. Which means for my very final pick, I'm going back to a band which I did want the other one slightly more from them, but I will take this one instead. I'm going back to Paramore with Hard Times.
Hell yeah.
nice.
Get more Paramore
Was that
on the
because
board
it was
always.
a real hard time coming up with your list? Is it?
Yes.
You were just you're there like, yeah, that's the one I'm really vibing with right now for some reason. I don't know why.
I did say it like before we started the episode. This one is the episode I've put the most research into because I cannot remember song titles for shit.
As previously seen with I Write Sins Not Tragedies, which was on his list, but did not remember the name of the song.
I feel like this is the Pex is an Idiot episode. I feel like I've done four of those in today's
We wouldn't
episode
say
alone.
that. We would just give evidence that might support it.
Are we saying this is the only one of those? Just,
No, the other ones are Pex is being an idiot episodes. This is Pex is an idiot episode.
It's taken the active part of actively, purposefully.
Like in the other ones, it was a choice. This one, it was not.
You're not
To be
an
fair,
idiot, Pex.
so many of the songs, though, the name doesn't seem to actually have that much to do with the lyrics. I mean, some of them it definitely does, but particularly the Panic at the Disco ones, good lord.
Good lord. Did we have any honourable mentions? Because I've got a few.
I mean, I ran through mine before doing my final pick. The only one I think I didn't mention was 3 Days Grace Riot, which I think is a great one. I will pass over to any other honourable mentions.
So, I mean, I'll go through some honourable mentions for different stages in the life cycle of our emo human here. There was one which I am not going to say on the podcast. You can see if you can figure out one that is inappropriate for the first spot. See if you can find it yourself. I'll just leave that to the listeners to explore. I had The Day I Left the Womb by Escape the Fate. incredibly tempting to use that as the start.
That would have been really good.
For the kids sport, I thought about You're Gonna Go Far, Kid by The Offspring.
That would have been a great pick.
Solid.
You know that's the Brony anthem,
Offspring.
right?
It is.
It is?
Yeah, it became a Brony anthem in that community. Don't ask how I know that.
Hilarious.
I won't. You can keep your dirty little secret. I had Thanks for the Memories towards the end of the life. Thanks for the Memories by Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
Also with Fall Out Boy, Get Busy Living or Get Busy Dying, which I thought might have worked well. At the end, brackets, do your part to save the scene and stop going to shows, because they couldn't just leave it at Get Busy Living or Get Busy Dying. And then, as you said, Pex, a bit of Killswitch Engage with My Last Serenade, I thought
Also
might work well at the
yeah.
end.
I got 3. Heathens by 21 Pilots. I would have liked to have found room for 21 Pilots on my board. They're a great band. I wanted to fit in a pun, because there's the Sodium song. Na 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 na.
Yeah. When we mentioned that, when Ollie mentioned that album earlier, I was like, was it the Sodium song that really put you like? I was like just waiting for the opportunity to say it, but
yeah, and
It was on my list.
Actually, from a conversation pre-show with Ollie, I think at the end of last week's actually, we were talking about Nightcore and a song that just makes it into the emo category, overlapping with Nightcore, is Angel with a Shotgun.
Ooh, yeah.
But
yeah,
it has to be the Nightcore version.
Yeah,
then,
for sure.
then it's emo. Yeah.
there definitely was like an interesting overlap of like the Nightcore, like the beginning of the E-Kids, with the scene like community. I think
It's all the anime fans. It's great.
all the anime fans who were just chatting on MSN,
Living their best
Chatting
lives.
with strangers when they probably shouldn't have been.
Certainly shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
What
It was
about
a
you,
real
Ollie?
wild
Any
west on
honourable-
the internet in those days. Not in a good way. Less cowboy hats.
Yeah, less cowboy hats and more shooting
Yeah,
people in the
because the
streets.
internet is such a good place these days.
Oh yeah, no, it's all fixed now. Thank goodness.
Yeah,
We
everything's
figured
been
that one
fixed.
out.
I'd say my honorable mentions are essentially all of the songs on the Danger Days My Chemical Romance album, which is the Sodium song, na 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 na. But also just like, I don't know what it is about it, but that specific album, I love an album with a theme, and the bits which are like the radio show hosts, quote unquote, like the Look Alive, Sunshine, I fucking love that shit. There is something about an album with those like really short, maybe 10-second little bits in between the different songs, which are like building this narrative. Absolutely fucking, I love them so much. They make me so happy, but it's not really emo, so I was like, I can't put it on the list. I can't put a
what was
whole album on the list.
Name of the album. If you like a good theme album, you should listen to Camelot's The Black Halo. They're I don't even know how to describe it. I want to say pirate metal, but that's not really a good description. It's not pirate metal.
Sold.
It's just in my head in the same time kind of space.
Oh, I should
They're
have
not
thought
piratey.
draft pirate
Oh,
metal
they're like
last
power
week.
metal.
Yeah, I guess power metal is something in that genre. I don't know how they describe themselves, but the Black Halo and the second album that goes with it is a retelling of Goethe's Faust, entirely over 2 albums. It's excellent, and I was obsessed with it.
Okay, I will have to give that a listen. That sounds good as hell. Fuck yeah.
I think it's probably time for us to wrap up our boards. So we will go through as per my picks this week were In the End by Linkin Park, Teenagers by My Chemical Romance, To Be Loved by Papa Roach, Metalingus by Alter Bridge, Animal I Have Become by 3 Days Grace, and Hard Times by Paramore. Seth.
Okay, my list going through the full larval life cycle of the emo. We have Bring Me to Life by Evanescence, followed by I'm Just a Kid by A Simple Plan, Growing Up to Be a Teenage Dirtbag by Wheatus, getting a bit forgetful, What's My Age Again, Blink 182, massive montage sequence taking us to retirement age with Boiled Frogs by Alexis on Fire, the band, not the Lactating Contortionist, and then ending it off with Dead by My Chemical Romance.
Wow. Jay.
Starting off my day with Wrecked by Imagine Dragons, then I'm Not Okay by My Chemical Romance, until we hit the middle by Jimmy Eat World. I have a Dirty Little Secret by All American Rejects. Why Did This Happen to Me by Simple Plan, and finishing off with Sugar We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy.
And Ollie.
Beginning with Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance, going on to Misery Business by Paramore, I Write Sins Not Tragedies by Panic at the Disco, Monster by Skillet, Numb by Linkin Park, and Last Resort by Papa Roach.
So those were all of our picks. You can vote for your favourite set of emo anthems in our Spotify poll, and you can listen to all of those emo anthems in our playlist, which we will put in the show notes for this week, so you can look at that in the episode description below. I've forgotten what the thing I say next is.
We
If
need
you like
to
the
introduce
podcast,
the next
Oh
one.
yeah. We need to introduce the next podcast. I'm so with it today.
Yeah.
So yes, who is it doing the next podcast? It me.
Hey.
I do the next one.
Shocking.
This is actually an idea that I delayed a few weeks ago. We're going to be doing 2000s video game bundle.
Oh,
so
it's gonna be tricky.
We are going to be picking 5 different video games to make the most compelling bundle. The games must have their release from the year 2000 to the year 2009. We are not including 2010.
You can't do this to me.
It's got to be... Yeah, it's got to be a noughties pick, and I would count 2010 as the 2010s.
can we have re-releases?
No.
I don't feel like we should do re-releases. I think it should be originals.
What about remakes?
Hey, look, if the way that they say "Welcome to the Tiki Lodge" is questionable, I'm in.
Like, I need to know, like, if Pokemon Fire Red Leaf Green is on the table.
I'd say they are, because they're not
okay.
exactly the same as the originals.
I'm not picking them.
Right.
Okay.
So, yes, that's going to be next week's episode. Thank you very much for listening to this week's episode. If you liked it, please do comment, like, follow, share with a friend, tell a friend, demand they listen, tell them how right or wrong we are. And if you didn't like it, scream into the void, then grow up, become an adult, listen again, and realise that you do like us, really. Have a wonderful week. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a good one.
Bye.
I'm looking forward to Pex's list of all songs where they're 3 words and each one begins with the letter E-M-O. It's going to be good.
I've got to get rid of that theme now.
Dang.
And delete.
Delete that whole list. Get rid. Oh dear.
That's not staying.
But no, I was looking
You
through all
are
my
just
old.
tapping quite rapidly. I'm concerned that I'm calling out. Genuine thoughts.
Wake me up.
Since you've been gone.
Get me one of those spandex suits. Let's fucking go. Hello and welcome to the podcast.
Is that the most emo way to do it?
Yes, all emo is in fact very vaguely Baltic.
Yeah, all emo is actually just the meerkats from the adverts.
I'm just imagining the little meerkat, with the fringe and the dark eyeliner. It would be beautiful.
Meerkat.
Don't talk to me right now, Sergey. I'm listening to My Chemical Romance.